Listen, and listen good. I apologize to you guys. I'm sorry that, in that final part of the review I didn't get everything right, but later on I will because I have to go in depth in those, DLY reviews, and I want to get the full story, completed. Anyways, this is gonna be a different video, telling you my top favorite 11 animated films, anime films. Okay, of course, at number 11 is Howl's Moving Castle. I'm gonna show you the back of the cover too. And anyways, not gonna give any spoilers away, but I'm gonna say that the story is really good here, and pretty much you need to watch this anime movie before you die. Pretty much so, and it needs to be on your list too. Really good story, really good characters, really good voice acting by the voice actors and the voice actresses as well. The writing is pretty good as the movie moves on from point A to point B to point C. The dialogue is really good in this film. Everything said from the characters is really good, and also the fact that, let me just get back to the writing. With the writing, this movie does kind of feel like a messed up version of Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz and many upon other fairy tales as well. And let me see what else was there. The cinematography and the visuals is really nice in this movie. Um, let me see. The camera work is really nice. The animation is smooth and really nice as well too for an animated Miyazaki film. And the music in the original scores is really good for this movie. And pretty much I remember the first time that I ever watched this film, I immersed myself in this universe. And I felt that I was really there, and that's how good this movie is. And everything in this movie is really good. And overall, the movie itself, um, I just recommend it, man. 5 out of 5. What more could I say? I mean, it's just gonna be the same like every other review that I give the films 5 out of 5 and everything's good out of it. But whatever. Let's just move on now. I'm sorry, because I got a lot of things to do too. So at number 10 is Spirited Away. That's right, people. Another Miyazaki film. And I'm gonna say the story is really good here, and the characters is really good. The voice acting from the voice actors and voice actresses is really good, and um, the writing as the movie moves on from point A to point B to point C. I really like point B and point C because point A is a really um, like, don't get me wrong, it's a good beginning, but it takes too long to get to the point. And yeah, it's like the first 5 or 10 minutes, but so what? Let's move on. Um, the dialogue was really good in this movie. The cinematography and the visuals look good in this movie. The animation is smooth, just how like the animation was smooth in Howl's Moving Castle. And the camera work is good here. Everything is good here. Music, original scores is good. Um, again, I got really immersed in this movie. Marijuana and beer not included. This is how good this movie is, and this is how good this movie is too. But I suggest if you wanna get high and buzzed, I recommend you do for these kind of films. But anyways, overall the movie itself, this is the other trip, and this is a really good story. Yet again, it feels like a messed up version of The Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland and many other fairy tale films as well. And I'm gonna have to say this is, I guess, my first favorite Miyazaki film, because this is actually the first one that I ever watched. So yeah. From me, this movie gets a 5 out of 5. You need to go pick this up right now with Howl's Moving Castle. And I guess Howl's Moving Castle is my second Miyazaki film. And of course, let's get to my third favorite Miyazaki film. And this, of course, is at number 9, and that is My Nigger Totoro. Oops, I mean My Neighbor Totoro. I'm gonna have to say the story is really good here. The characters is really good. You really get immersed in this universe as well. And what happens in the movie later, you do really feel for the characters, and you really do want the characters to succeed, especially with their mom. I'm not going to spoil anything with their mom, but I'm just going to tell you, she's really bad sick, and she has to be committed into a hospital. I'm sorry for giving that one spoiler away, but anyways, um, the voice acting by the voice actors and voice actresses is really good. The writing as the movie goes from point A to point B to point C, I liked it, all of it. And I liked it, Totoro too. And Totoro was awesome in this movie. And thus the fact that Totoro was featured in many other films, and thus the fact that I knew that he was featured in Toy Story 3, but that movie was... But anyways, I liked the cameo from him. Let's move on. The dialogue was really good in this film. Um, Camera work is good, visuals, the cinematography is good. Um, the original scores is good, the music is good. Toro, 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 Toro. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. That song too. That's the two memorable songs out of the whole film, and my favorite. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but you know, kind of the main theme a little bit that's featured in the film. I think it was only featured in 2 parts, but you know, it starts out weird, something like that. Some little creature thing making a sound in the background, and then the song just starts off. And you have some instrumental, uh, like, you know, like one of those jars that you blow in, something like that. But don't want to waste any more time. Anyways, overall, the movie itself, this gets a 5 out of 5, just like the other 2 films, Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away. And yet again, I will show the back. Come on, Derek, get to the damn reviews, man. Seriously. Mr. Cat, this ain't reviews. I'm just giving my top 11 films, anime movies before you die. Just get to the man. Come on, man. Alright. So let me see. I covered, I think, 3 so far. So at number 8 is Metropolis. Alright. And yes, I know that there is a live action film called Metropolis that's about this robotic woman, but I never cared for that movie. I care for the animated version a lot more. And the story is really good here. The characters is really good. Voice acting from the voice actresses and voice actors is really good. The writing as the movie goes on from point A to point B to point C, I like all of it. You really get immersed in this universe. Um, Good cinematography, good visuals. Um, the animation is fluid, just like the other three. But I don't think this is a Miyazaki film. Let me double check on that. I think this is directed by somebody else and produced it by somebody else, but it does kind of feel like a Miyazaki film a little bit, the way that things go in here. Uh, anyways, the music and the original scores is really good. And overall, the movie itself, this gets a 5 out of 5, man, for real. And I would say check this out. And of course, that this is the special edition. I'm just going to show real quick. Look how awesome that shit is, man, for real. I'm lucky to have this too. Yeah, boy. Look at that. And I believe this comes with a third disc and or second disc, my mistake, because I'm used to those box sets where it comes with like 3 discs. But anyways, I believe that this goes into your PC and you view the content there. So it's a small disc. It looks like it would go into the freaking GameCube, but whatever. Overall, the movie itself, this movie gets a 5 out of 5. You need to go check it out right now. Pick it up with the other 3. And of course, let me see. Okay, at number 7 is Escaflowne. No, I never seen the anime before. This is the only version that I got to see of Escaflowne, the film. And I'm gonna have to say the story is good here, but it just kind of suffers a little bit, like 30 minutes after, and then it gets back up on its feet, like after that 30 minutes, and then the movie just has an ending. Okay, so far, story is good and okay here. Okay, characters. Characters. The only character that you are going to like is the main guy, and that's it. But other than that, characters is okay here. Voice acting by everyone. Voice actors and voice actresses. Um, they do a good job here sometimes. Some of the background voice actors and voice actresses do an okay job. The writing as the movie goes on from point A to point B to point C. Point A is good, point B is okay, point C is good, and then point C, the final point C is okay. And I'm sorry if I'm moving a lot and shaking a lot, but the other day I went walking a lot and the freaking Hard Rock, but whatever. Don't really need to explain that. Anyways, getting back to it, the cinematography and the visuals look good for a 2001 movie or a 2000 movie. Okay, sorry. And the music and the original scores is good in this film. And overall, the film itself, this is, of course, is going to get a 4 out of 5, just because the film did have a little bit of flaws. I'm not going to point out what they are because it's a little bit of spoilers. So yeah, this film gets a 4 out of 5. Everything was good and okay here. But do I recommend it? Yes, only for Escaflowne fans. And I never got to watch the whole anime, and kinda I understand what's going on a little bit, and kinda I don't, because I never seen the anime before. But if you want, put down in the comments, just list off everything what happens, or you could PM me or whatever you want, or go to my channel so that other viewers don't see. But just fill me in on what happened in the Escaflowne anime. That's all I want to know, because pretty much it's going to be hard for me to track down the Escaflowne anime. But yeah, I'll show the back of the cover too. Um, Let me just move on before it gets to like the 25-minute mark. Alright, so let me see. At number 6 is the Yu Yu Hakusho movie. Yeah. The story is really good here, and characters are the same, although you get some new characters, but I'm not going to spoil that. And that's only for the movie itself. And that, of course, is a few new characters that was never introduced into the original Yu Yu Hakusho show. Anyways, voice acting from voice actors and voice actresses is okay. I wish it was the original voice actors and actresses. Of course, Justin Cook couldn't come back. None of the really, none of the voice actors and voice actresses could come back because I believe that this is by a different company other than Funimation. This is by US Manga. You don't freaking believe me. Alright, so, anyways, let's get back to it. I think I said the story was good, the voice acting was good, the characters was still the same. The writing as movie moves on from point A to point B, it's really good. You'll enjoy all of it, but here's the thing though. I think you might want to watch it subbed because the voice acting is kind of a bit choppy and it's okay here. Although I would have preferred the original cast a lot more. Um, the cinematography and the visuals look good for... When was this film released? I guess let's just say 2004 that the English dub came out for this film. So yeah, the English dub was okay. Let's see, what else was there? The music in the original scores is good here. Overall, the movie itself, I think I would recommend the anime a lot more because what the movie fans are going to probably be disappointed. Huge, big fans, but if you're a fan, you might like the film. And you might not like what happens in like the first 15 minutes, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but let's just say something happens to Botan. Alright? And that's why I dislike the film a little bit. Just only by a tiny bit. That's all. But the film overall itself is still really good. Overall the film itself, this film gets, yes, a 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, there was a little bit of flaws here. The voice acting wasn't all that great. And you killed off Botan. That's the only flaws that I found with this film. And that's it. Other than that, you might enjoy this film. Pick up or not. Do I recommend it? Maybe. Only if you're a fan of the show. Okay, and let me see. Okay, so at number 5, of course, is Gundam, the 8th MS Team Miller's Report. Anyways, the story is really good here. Although this is a short movie, it's only like, I think, 47 minutes if I'm right. Or 55, no. Yeah, 55 minutes. So yeah, like almost an hour. But anyways, for that 55 minutes, this is a really good story. And you really get immersed in the story, and you do really want this character to succeed. And of course, this woman, at first, she's a bitch, but then she kind of understands a little bit, but she's still a bitch. But anyways, characters is really good here. The voice acting from the voice actresses and voice actors is really good. Um, the writing as the movie goes on from point A to point B to point C, I like all of it. It's really good. And the dialogue is good. The cinematography and the visuals is really nice to look at. The animation is really good. And um, some people might say, oh, this is an OVA. Well, guess what? I saw it as a movie. I don't care. I brought it as a movie because I thought it was a movie. But guess what? If it's an OVA, it's a good OVA. But it still feels like a movie, though, for real. Anyways, everything was good with it. Although some people might want a lot of action in here, there was only like a couple of action scenes, 3 or 4 action scenes, if I believe so, and fights as well. But this is more like a drama film. But anyways, the music is really good in here, and overall the movie itself, uh, the only way that you could like this film is if you put yourself into low expectations level and just know that this is a psychological thriller drama. And I'm gonna have to say this gets a 5 out of 5 because everything was good here. Yeah, and this is the only good military Gundam esque anime that was good because every other military esque Gundam anime was just like terrible. The only one that I like is G Gundam. Okay, so moving on. Okay, at number 4, and this is a really sad movie too, and I don't really like the ending as well as for the other 3 movies that's coming up, and that is Jinra. Alright? The story is really good here. Yes, I do know that there was 2 live action films, and yes, I do know that this is the 3rd film of that series, Jinra. Can't track down the other 2 film versions, but if I do, it'll probably be on YouTube, or maybe I have to get them off eBay or something like that. But what I'm going to say is the story is really good here. Characters is really good. The voice acting by everybody is really good. The writing as the movie moves on from point A to point B to point C. I like point A, point B. I like point C, but I don't like the final point of point C because it's really sad, man, for real. Just freaking believe me, okay? Um, the dialogue was good. The cinematography and the visuals look good for a 1998 or 99 film. Um, the music was good in the film, the original scores. Overall, the movie itself, this gets a 5 out of 5, but just that ending, man, for real, like, the way that the film just ends. Yes, I know he had to do it because, she was with an organization that he had to track down and kill. I'm sorry for spoiling that, but whatever. Alright, but I do recommend this film, man, for real. I wish I could open this, but I'm gonna try without the 3rd disc falling out, or the 2nd disc, whatever it is. Sorry. But yeah, that's what the set looks like. Okay, so 5 out of 5. And basically, I'm just gonna show the other 3. Alright? Number 3 being this film. Pat Labrador. This of course is the 3rd film. Of course, I'm going to tell you this gets a 5 out of 5, basically, because this is a really good film. Okay. Number 2, Ghost in the Shell, the movie. 5 out of 5. You already know what I'm going to already say about it. And of course, at number 1, the best animated anime film ever made, Akira. And that gets a 5 out of 5. This is really good. But although I prefer the original dub than this dub that comes with this DVD. But yeah, that's it for the top 11 anime movies you need to watch before you die. Anyways, with that, I am out. Peace.